Good morning, welcome to OWA Live. Lynn Thurgood here. At the end of last year, a new act went through Congress and was approved by the President called the Secure Act. They call it the Setting Up for Retirement Enhancement Act. I call it so everybody can understand retirement eventually. Whatever. The acronym is SECURE. What it means, let me just share with you a few of the key points. One, probably the most prevalent, well-known change is that now the required minimum distribution has been backed up to the age of 72. Now you have to not have been 70 and a half by 12/31/2019. If you were 70 and a half by the end of last year, you're still against the old rule. But if you turn 70 and a half January 1st of this year or later, then this new act impacts you as it relates to your required minimum distribution on your retirement accounts. So that's one big thing. Secondly, another big change is beneficiaries, how beneficiaries can stretch out the retirement inheritances that come from a spouse or a non-spouse, okay? So what happens here, spouses still have the ability to, upon inheriting an IRA account, stretch that inheritance over their lifetime or simply just inherit it and leave it go until they reach 72, and then they're required to do at least that minimum distribution. And there's other planning that we can get into, but just understand that spouses, this really doesn't impact them as much as it does non-spouses. For example, if you have your children named as beneficiaries, this impacts them significantly. Now, there are some exceptions to this. There's a 10-year rule. It used to be they could stretch it over their lifetime. Now, they can only stretch it over a 10-year period. So they have to get that money distributed out, pay taxes a whole lot earlier than it used to be. So I'm not trying to get into all the details here, just give you an update that it's out there, be aware of it, and understand the changes that it impacts as far as distributions to yourself or distributions to your beneficiaries. There's a lot of other rules embedded with this. 401ks now will allow annuities to be part of the investment. Employers can band together to create different types of retirement plans. I mean, there's a lot of other things out there on the fringes. Don't need to worry about that too much. Just wanted to give you an idea of what the Secure Act means to you. And again, primarily it impacts you for RMDs and for your beneficiaries. Okay? As always, feel free to give us a holler with any questions that you might have. By the way, don't forget about gold and silver in your portfolio. Great inflation offset, protection against the falling dollar. Typically in volatile markets, we're at the all-time highs and there's still some good momentum going on, so we still are somewhat optimistic about growth this year. We'll see how things evolve toward the end of the year and into next. But just remember that typically when markets are real volatile or kind of in a bull or a downturn, precious metals have a very significant opportunity for growth. So encourage you to have some gold and silver in your portfolio. We're happy to talk to you about that. We have various wholesale resources that we can introduce you to. Many of you have already have already obtained some gold and silver, and so hang on to that. You'll be glad you did. All right, again, any other questions that you have, click on the link below and we'll submit those questions. We're happy to talk to you. Happy New Year. We wish you all lots of health and happiness in this new year.